White made a move. Rook takes a7. Pause the video to spot black's next move. Rook b6 check. King g7. On c2. Black is setting up to play. Pawn promotes to queen at c1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook c7 played by white. White intends to play rook takes c2 and establish a winning position. Rook b7 move preferred by black. Black's idea is to play rook takes c7 check and establish a winning position. Rook takes b7 move preferred by white. Pawn promotes to queen at c1. Rook b4 check. White's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Queen takes e2. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Black might go for queen g2 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Queen takes e2 was chosen by white. Knight takes e2. On d7. Rook d8. Rook c8. King f8. Rook takes d8 check. King e7. Black is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White played king takes a4. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. King c3. Bishop e5 check. King c2. King b4. White might go for bishop c3. On d2. Bishop takes d2. King takes d2. King takes c4 and secure a stronghold in the game. On d2 played by black. Black wants to play king d3. Bishop f6. Pawn promotes to queen at d1 and establish a winning position. King takes c4 was chosen by white. Pawn promotes to queen at d1. Bishop d4. White is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Queen g6. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Rook f8 check. King e5. Black intends to play rook g2. Rook f7. Queen takes f7. Pawn promotes to queen at c8. Queen g7 mate and take decisive advantage. Pawn promotes to queen at c8 played by white. White wants to play queen e8 check. Queen takes e8. Rook takes e8 check. King d5. Rook takes e2 and seize the initiative. Rook g2 played by black. Queen c3 check. King e6. Rook g8. Queen takes h7 check. King takes h7. Rook h2 check. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. Black played rook e6. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. On c7. Rook takes d6. Pawn promotes to queen at c8 check. Knight d7. On b7. White is setting up to play. Pawn promotes to queen at b8 and secure a stronghold in the game. King f6 played by black. Pawn promotes to queen at b8. White wants to play queen takes d6 check. King f7. Queen takes d7 check. King f6. Queen d6 check. King f7. Queen d6 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight takes b8 was chosen by black. Queen takes b8. Rook e6. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. Black played king d7. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Rook d6 check. King e7. On h7. White is preparing to play Pawn promotes to rook at hxg8 and establish a winning position. Rook a8 was chosen by black. Rook d3. White intends to play rook takes f3 and dominate the board. Rook f1 played by black. Rook h3. Rook f2 check. King b3. King d7. Pawn promotes to queen at h8. White is setting up to play. Queen g7 check. King c6. Queen c7 mate and take decisive advantage. Rook takes h8 was chosen by black. Rook takes h8. Rook f3 check. White is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Knight takes d8. Pause the video to spot black's next move. On h2 check. King takes h2. Rook h8. Black is looking to play. Bishop f3 check. Queen h4. Rook takes h4 check. Pawn takes h4. Queen g4. Knight takes f7. Queen g2 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen h4 move preferred by white. Queen takes d8. Rook b3. Bishop g4. Rook c3 check. King d7. Black is looking to play queen takes f6 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook c5 move preferred by white. Rook takes h4 check. Pawn takes h4. Queen takes f6. King g1. Black has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. King f6. Pause the video to find out white's response. King b3. King f5. King a4. King e4. King a5. King takes d5. King takes a6. King e4. Pawn b5. King f3. Pawn b6. King g2. Pawn b7. White is planning to play pawn promotes to queen at b8 and increase their advantage significantly. King takes h2 played by black. On f5. King takes g3. Pawn promotes to queen at b8. White is looking to play. Queen b3 check. King f4. Queen takes f7 and establish a winning position. King f4. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Queen e2. Pause the video to find out black's response. Pawn takes f2 check. King f1. White might go for queen d3 check. King g8. Pawn takes b7 and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen g3 played by black. Queen e4 check. King g8. Queen e8 check. Rook f8. Queen e6 check. King h7. Queen e4 check. King h8. Queen d4 check. Bishop g7. Black is planning to play. Queen h3 check. King e2. Pawn promotes to queen at f1 check. King d2. Rook f2 check. Queen takes f2. Queen hd3 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Queen takes f2 played by white. Queen d3 check. King g1. Queen g6 check. King f1. Queen b1 check. King g2. Queen e4 check. King g1. Rook takes f2. King takes f2. Black has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game. White played. On g4. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. On g5. Black wants to play. On e4. On b4. King takes c4 and dominate the board. On h4. Move preferred by white. White is preparing to play. On h5. King e4. On h6. King f3. On h7. King takes g4. Pawn promotes to queen at h8 and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn takes h4 was chosen by black. On g5. On h3. On g6. On h2. On g7. Pawn promotes to queen at h1. Black is planning to play queen g2 check. King d1. King d3. King e1. Queen g1 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn promotes to queen at g8 move preferred by white. Queen h6 check. King e1. Queen e3 check. King f1. King c3. Black might go for pawn b6. Queen a8. On a5. Queen d5. On e4. Queen c6. King takes b3 and seizes the initiative. Queen c8 played by white. On b6. Queen a6. King takes b3. Queen takes a7. Queen d4. Black intends to play queen takes c4 check and seizes the initiative. King g2 played by white. King takes c4. Queen c7 check. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game.